Hi Ambreen, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am well. So we are here to interview you because you have all these beautiful, beautiful things. I will take photo of all these, what you do, and you have a wonderful label. You have a wonderful fashion institute, and you are coming from television. So how does it all happen?
Television was never my plan, and I went to the fashion school when I did my high schooling, way before I wanted to be a designer. So at that time we did not have any fashion school in Karachi. This is the year 1999. Then luckily in 2000 there was a fashion school introduced in the market, and so I went and I gave the test, and I wasn't sure if I'm going to get the admission or not. But I got the admission. Then I did my graduation in fashion from there. Right after my graduation, I started working. I wanted to have my label, and my label is on a level where it has to grow a lot. That's a long way to go. But what I did was, right after my graduation, I started working for different designers. Meanwhile working with them, I realized, this is the time I should start my own thing. I always taught fashion as a teacher. So what happened was that I started teaching in two of the schools. That one was TIP and one was AIFD, my school from where I have graduated. And after that I my side business was making clothes for different people for their weddings and stuff like that. So that's how I got into the business. Then I got an offer from this institute to become the principal and to have, being a boss anywhere gives you a lot of
FADIN.
This is FADIN, yeah.
FADIN.
So we get a lot of space, time to work on our own as well. So that's how the whole journey began of design. TV was never my thing. I never wanted to do TV. I never thought about it. But one day, somebody came to our school from one of the channels, from the fashion school. At that time I was teaching, and they wanted to have a show which was based on cutting and sewing. So I went to my father and asked if I could do that show. He said, yeah, you have to teach on TV because of the cultural things and stuff.
Yes.
So he was like, you have to teach on TV, so that's not a big deal, go and do it. And that's how I came on TV. A few of my other colleagues, they were part of that show, but we couldn't match the timings and stuff like that, so everybody dropped out and I ended up doing the show alone. So this is it, and since then I've been on TV for almost 8 years. And after 8 years, last year I thought, I should say bye to TV.
Yes.
Because that was a full-time job, in a sense, not full-time, it was half day, but the day used to start very early and best of my energies were going there.
Yes.
So then last year, after 8 years, I said bye to my live TV show and my career, and I focused on my clothing thing.
But you have something very special what you do, and that is you go to the north and you empower women, and you make them into entrepreneurs so they can earn some money, and that is also with fashion. What is this, please?
This is something which is very close to my heart, and I must tell you, sometimes I'm losing a lot of money in it. And which actually makes me think, what am I doing? But then again, that's my dream. When you go and connect to those people, and since 2012 I started working in the north, mainly HUNZA, Gilgit and Skardu. I went to these three places, and the connection I've established with those ladies is just another level, and I just enjoy that. Empowering them was the main objective, teaching them a skill. They already know their handicraft and all those stitches and everything. I'd go and tell them how to add value to it and make it into a contemporary garment.
So are you helping them to sell these items as well?
I do help them sometimes, but generally they do it on their own, which is the best, yes. Because my objective is, I don't want them to be dependent on me. So they kind of established, like yesterday I got a call from the company I work for up there in the north. So those guys were actually asking for the recommendation of the ladies who actually were good in my class. So I kind of recommended few of the girls, and they'll be taking to one of their exhibitions.
Very good.
From 2012 onwards, then the place I was working was just in north anymore. Now I'm working in Balochistan on big projects and in Sindh. So I'm very happy.
So what are these big projects? Can you tell?
It's all, see, before I had the strength of about 20-25 girls to train. But now the number, last year the number went to about 120, which
wow.
is very exciting. And this year the number is going up to 500.
Wow, excellent.
So that's like, and you know, sometimes
you're making trainers out of these girls?
Yes. Initial group is like the master trainer group, and then the later stages, these girls, then they help me. They help me networking. They help me being the social mobilizers of those towns. Because up north, I speak one of the languages there, so there was a less problem. But here in Balochistan, I don't speak any of the languages they speak. And the same thing in Sindh. Sindh, because I've studied Sindhi, so I'm very comfortable with it and understanding and everything. So those girls, they help me out. Then they're like my team members. And the best thing in this is, it's not just we just trained and we give them half cooked broth and we just tell them to just go away. We actually hold their hand till they get the orders from the market.
Very nice.
And in that,
you use social media for that. How do you get these ladies to be exposed and to be able to sell?
Actually, you know, the groups we have formed, those girls we connect to different factories and different companies, and those bigger companies who are doing denims and who are doing, and they're making like 100,000 pieces a week kind of companies. Wow. Those big companies are actually sponsoring them to get their craft incorporated in their product. So that's how. I do face trouble because, you know, one person can have a very small network.
Yes.
And social media is helping me one way or another. So this is a bigger challenge which I am facing. But I love going and working with those ladies.
So basically what happens is you go teach them, empower them, and connect them to the industry so they can sell.
Yeah.
And then also teach them the social media aspects as well.
Social media
they're not making things for you.
No, they're not making things for me because I'm a small company.
We needed to make this very clear, because the only thing what you do on your CSR is you really just empower them so they get on their own feet.
Yeah.
This is very important because a lot of people think that, you know, so many people go up there and they take advantage of the ladies and they buy up. But this is not the case here. It's the case that you make them into entrepreneurs so they can sell on their own.
Yes, and that's what my objective is. Because see, and I always do my critical analysis as well because I'm a small company.
Yes.
And if I'm going to promise everybody to sell their stuff, you know, I won't be able to do it realistically.
Yes.
That's because I connect them to bigger companies. I would say that the Pakistani designers are not that promising.
Yes.
Designers, in fact, they do talk big, but they can't deliver that on that level. So why not we go to the people who has the capacity, and even if they kind of spend a few millions on doing this CSR, you know, it would not affect them. So that kind of approach we have. And most of my companies, you know, they're very big NGOs in the world and they like this approach. And because see, if
there's no middleman included in here. That's why, yes.
Because it's you know, they're already been hurt by middlemen so much in the past, and you know, the good thing is it's not just us or not just the private designers or the companies. Their government is our government is funding in it. Then the women empowerment and the craft sector development have massive budgets. I hope they will spend in the right way, and creating the niche of the market, making them participate in different exhibitions locally. And what I do, that I kind of take their stuff wherever I go outside Pakistan, so to market, just in case, you know, I'm giving it a try every time.
Very good.
So that's what I do.
Excellent. And how is the future? What are you seeing to come out of this or bring out of this for Pakistan? Because you are a lady with a big heart for Pakistan, fashion, the ladies, and empowerment. And especially the north, and this issue is the north. We are featuring Gilgit, so we are choosing the northern areas, and this is why I'm here to interview you, because
I am from HUNZA.
You are, yes, the lady from HUNZA who is making it very big in HUNZA. So what is your, if there is anything to share with us on any of the future perspectives?
One of my plan is to that somehow, now see, I always look for possibilities where the plans are longer term, not the short term plans. So what I'm looking forward is like there is a project. There is in fact a brand working in our third world, and almost about 300 to 400,000 households are being fed on that brand.
Wow,
and
wow,
that
wow.
brand is made of handicraft products. So I am looking down the line in another 5 years to create a brand like this, but I don't want to own that brand.
Yes.
Simple as that. I want to be free. I want to be free. I want to go wherever I feel like. I want to be with people, whoever I feel
Yes.
like. Sometimes people do think, how do you manage to go in a village and in winters, harsh winters, or in hot summers? So it's like, it generally doesn't bother me anymore, because I'm generally very complaining about weather, and in Karachi I'm complaining, but I feel connected to them. So that's what the goal is. Another 5 years time that we come up with a brand where we support the household, and in that we support, once we're going to support the ladies, of course the ladies are more into sending their kids for education, sending their girls for education, because they themselves have suffered. So I think that cycle will improve, hopefully. And let's see how many households we can help.
Thank you so much, Ambreen. I'm wishing you best of luck for your own brand, AmbreenKhan.com, and also for this beautiful CSR project.
Thank you.
Thank you.